rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. Team try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him because he's not my...
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Hardman on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Willis's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
They go play action with Willis.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And the Rams at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I don't think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
After the interception, here's Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
He gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. After one, it's 9-0. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 74 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 29, Goff into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. This time Willis will throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position with 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now gone. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Browns have regained the lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action with Willis.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Goff on 1st down.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a play fake, and it's gone. They'll get
this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, Goff again. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 45 on second down, Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. The slot man moves right. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 30. On first down, Willis. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now here's a whistle as flags. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it second and goal. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the
touchdown, Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the third. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Being chased out left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Murphy say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Rams. Nicole Hardman from 8 yards out, and the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Isaiah Pacheco, 24 yards. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point. Lead up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark. And obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question. And my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On first down, it's gone. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Goff on first down. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Goff. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. From the red zone now, Goff. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Again, Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Gotta figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know this.
And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.